Nessel, and I'm running for Michigan Attorney General. We call Detroit the Motor City because this is where the auto industry was born. Detroit put the world on wheels, which makes it especially tragic that so many city residents can't afford to drive the cars they made simply because Detroit has the highest auto insurance rates of any city in the nation. When people can't afford their insurance, that means they can't afford to drive. They can't get to their jobs, which means they can't work. These high rates force people to drive without insurance, which leads to an endless cycle of tickets, fines, and even jail for the people who can least afford it. And as a result, many folks end up being ineligible to have a driver's license at all. As Attorney General, I want to help do my part to change that. A big contributor to high insurance rates is fraud in the system. Now, we all know there's fraud being committed by bad actors who file lawsuits on trumped-up claims. But there's even more fraud being committed by the insurance companies who perpetually deny even the most valid claims and make it impossible to recover for stolen cars, for lost wages and medical benefits, the very benefits that they promise to pay when people get into accidents and for which those premiums are so high. Worse, the insurance companies routinely discriminate against women drivers, African Americans, and Hispanics in places like Flint, Pontiac, and here in Detroit. We Michiganders are required to purchase insurance if we want to drive, but there's no cap on the amount of profit the insurance companies are allowed to make off of us. And because politicians are bought and paid for by the insurance companies, there's no one standing up for Michigan drivers. When I'm Attorney General, I'll establish an auto insurance fraud unit where my office will investigate allegations of fraud and abuse to help lower the outrageous costs of car insurance. I'll prosecute those who commit fraud, and I will hold insurance companies accountable, especially when they discriminate against minorities and women. Every person in this state ought to be able to afford to drive, regardless of where we live. Because we can't call this the Motor City if only the rich are allowed to get behind the wheel. Elect me Attorney General and help me knock out high auto insurance rates.